Thank you, Mr. Connolly. Mr. Perry.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Anybody on the panel believe that Iran is seeking a peaceful nuclear program for which to generate power, medical devices, et cetera? Anybody on the panel believe that? Hello?
I'll just speak. If you want a verbal answer, my short answer is no. I think they want to keep the option of having a military program very much alive.
Any reason to have a heavy water reactor and enrich plutonium if you're going to have a civilian nuclear program? Any reason at all? Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead. You want to go ahead?
Sure. I'll just do. I mean, I have the same view that Dr. Haas presented. I think the question is there a difference between what you're describing, in other words, a peaceful program, which nobody thinks that Iran is really doing this simply for peaceful reasons or for medical isotopes or things along those lines, versus a decision to actually pursue a nuclear weapon, which is the space that we're in right now and that we've been trying to manage, in effect.
Mr. Hatt.
We know from intelligence that up until 2003, Iran had a covert nuclear weapon program and a covert military run enrichment capability to feed that program, and that they gave it up in 2003 when, after the U.S. invasion in Iraq, they thought they were next. And it raises this point that Iran has responded to threats to the regime to change its policy. I think that's what you saw when they gave up their nuclear, formal nuclear weapon program in 2003. And I think they have continued an infrastructure that gives them the option. And they have kept that alive.
Do any of you know what is happening regarding their nuclear program in the military installations and sites that are not inspected by any outside or international agency? None of you know. They could be ready right now for as much as you know, right? They could be ready right now. You can't say they're not, right? We don't think they are, but you can't say they're not. My point is that they're doing this, and they're going to do this, and over the course of much of my lifetime, we've sat back and watched them do this and hoped they would stop, right? I don't know if any of you have read Alexander Solzhenitsyn's Warning to the West, but we don't like confrontation. We hope that it will just be copacetic if we talk to them and be nice. But they won't be nice. They're not going to be. They have no plans to be. And we're fools to believe anything other than that. I know my good friend from Virginia said that, well, I guess it's a new thing for America to go around killing people, that terrorists and so on and so forth, that we disagree with or don't like. I know he's not here, but I'm fascinated by the fact that there were 526 separate counterterrorism strikes under the last administration. You know what we heard in this committee about that? About the hue and cry. Article 1, Article 2, the presidential powers. Who does he think he is? You know what we heard? We heard nothing. We were killing terrorists, and thank God we were killing terrorists. People in this body, people in this building, people in this town send people to war knowing this guy's walking around conducting strikes on Americans, conducting strikes all around the world, killing people, innocent people, combatants, Americans, etc., and did nothing. Did nothing. The people in this building, the people in this town should be ashamed of themselves. They should be, it's despicable. It's unthinkable to me that this president finally did it. Is a ray of sunshine for the world. This guy's a murdering terrorist and should have been taken out. And what about the consequences? Everybody's saying, well, we're escalating. Do you folks know that in the last 2 months, 24 separate attacks on America or America's interests in November, December of 2019? Wake up, everybody. What would it take? How many more lives? Americans had to leave Iraq because Soleimani was killed. Oh, well, I guess you can stay and take your chances. You can do that. This is absurd. This hearing is absurd. This subject is absurd. And quite honestly, the comments from many of the people in this place have never put on the boots, carried the weapon, and defended their country are absurd. we have put people's lives at risk knowing full well that they shouldn't be there because we didn't give a damn to do the right thing to protect them. I yield back.